I was a rebellious child, so I would get in trouble. So they would have to keep me within arm's distance. And normally that meant, I was sticking to my mom's hip in the kitchen or my grandmother's hip. And the discipline in our family came in the kitchen or working in the fields, like soybean fields or, picking Brussels sprouts. That's how I got to cooking. I fell in love with it and didn't know that I fell in love with it, but it's a gift because I could turn a lot of things that people would throw in the trash into something amazing. So what brought me here was I was heavily involved in drugs and alcohol, selling lots of drugs in the evening, but still kept a job, still worked a 16-hour day. My father had visited, noticed what I was doing, and gave me an ultimatum, which is something he didn't do often. He said, because what you're doing in the evenings will ultimately affect your children. And I come walking down the street, we had just moved in up the road here, and I walked down the street and I saw this opening and I didn't know what they were doing here. Like, what do you guys, you have windows everywhere? This place should be popping, it's awesome. But I heard the music from the church, so I stepped into the church house. Because I grew up in church. My father was a preacher for 53 years and decided very quickly to rededicate my life to the Lord, but that took some time, took some steps, took some shedding. But in the interim, I met a pastor, Antoine, who was trying to get this thing jumping. He had no culinary experience and had no help. So I said, let me do this. I'll quit all my jobs and sell everything that I have to invest in PoShines. And by hook or by crook, we were gonna make it. We were gonna make it. And the first 2 years were pretty rough as far as, I grew up broke, so it's kind of nothing to me, I'm desensitized to the quaky water because that's how we grew up. So we haven't taken out any loans, this, that, and the other. This is all grassroots. Most restaurants don't last. Let's say if you start with 10 restaurants, within a 5-year term, you might have one left because people they don't know what it takes. They don't understand what it takes. It takes your life. It takes your life. The word chef is translated to chief. So I help to facilitate a lot of my employees' needs and a lot of our church families' needs, as well as serving the public. Oh, we do a thing called Proper, which is people reaching oppressed people expecting results. We'll throw a big barbecue kind of party in some of these parks, all free. And then we throw a Thanksgiving feed every year in the church and in here. We've been doing that well over 10 years. And those are just some small facets of what we do, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's a big work. It's a big work. It's not just cooking. It's a little deeper than cooking.